Welcome to Grand Valley State University. I am Natalia Ajba and I'm an international student from Kazakhstan. Being a criminal justice and legal studies major at Grand Valley State University, I learned a lot about legal system, laws and regulations in the United States. The laws and regulations vary depending on what country you're in. It is very important to know the laws of the country that you reside in. The Public Safety Office works together with the International Center to ensure that international students are aware of laws and know whom to turn to for help if it's needed.
Public safety is an important part of the Grand Valley experience. Laws and safety regulations have been established to help create a safe and secure environment for all to live in. There are 4 types of police officers that you may come in contact with while in West Michigan: the Michigan State Police, Ottawa and Kent County Sheriff, the Grand Rapids Police, and the Grand Valley State University Police.
Our units are marked with police emblems. They have red and blue lights, and that's kind of a key thing. Police departments in the U.S. Typically only utilize red and blue lights.
The most common interaction with police officers is during a traffic violation. If involved in a traffic violation, you will see lights on the police vehicle. At that point, you should pull over to the right-hand shoulder of the road and stay in the car. Keep your hands in the 10 and 2 position on the steering wheel. Turn on the dome light and wait for the officer to approach your vehicle. Do not reach for your license, registration, or insurance until instructed by the officer. The officer will inform you of why you have been pulled over, and if cited, will give you the citation, also known as a ticket.
A typical thing for a citation for a traffic offense, the officer generally will explain it, but on the bottom of the citation there's contact information for the court. Generally they have 3 to 12 days to contact the court, and they can make payment or choose to use the judicial process to fight that ticket.
While interacting with an officer, it is a good idea to always be respectful, maintain an arm's length space, and provide identification that you'll likely be asked to give, such as your passport, driver's license, or GVSU ID. It is very important that you never bribe an officer. This is not an acceptable practice anywhere in the United States.
So typically your best solution is to obviously not bribe an officer, and then just to be respectful and polite when you have contact with them.
The alcohol laws in the United States may be different from your home country. And here are some important facts about drinking in Michigan that you need to know. Michigan law states that you must be 21 years or older to consume alcoholic beverages. If you are under 21, you may not possess alcohol in any form, including a can, bottle, or in your body. If you are cited as a minor in possession, also called an MIP, you must appear in court.
Well, the first offense typically is $200. You're out the door, and you have to deal with the university consequences as well. A second offense is $250 to $350, I think, and you deal with probation, license sanctions. A third offense is around $500, and you deal with probation and license sanctions and potentially jail.
Supplying alcohol to minors is also against the law.
21-year-olds that do supply alcohol to underage freshmen or individuals stand to face a significant penalty. For each offense for furnishing is $1,000 and a minimum in Ottawa County of 5 days in jail.
Drinking and driving is illegal and is a serious crime.
In the U.S., there are some pretty stringent laws reference driving and drinking. Have a designated driver. There's safe rides throughout the university campus. There's the rapid bus system that can also be utilized to get from here to downtown.
The staff at Grand Valley works hard to ensure a safe and secure community for all students to live and learn. Our publicly available statistics on sexual harassment, sexual assault, and rape show that GVSU is a very safe campus. Sexual assault is considered and treated as a very serious offense, and therefore, it is critical that you have your partner's verbal permission before proceeding with any physical contact. It is important to know that someone that is incapacitated due to drinking or otherwise is not, in the eyes of the law, able to give consent. If convicted of sexual assault, there are severe punishments from both the university and the law.
It can be as little as a touching in an unwanted area, or it could be as much as an actual sexual experience that somebody had and didn't want to have. There's a number of different factors that kind of play into that. One of the largest factors that I try to emphasize is communication. You have to have communication about these issues and what's transpiring and taking place.
The goal of Grand Valley is to provide you with a safe and secure atmosphere while studying abroad here. The most important thing to remember, if there is a medical, legal, or fire emergency, always call 911 on your telephone. Once you dial 911, remember to speak slowly and clearly. You will be asked to give your name, location, and a summary of the incident. Stay on the line until you are given permission to hang up. Typically, the police or firefighters will be the first to arrive at the scene. If you accidentally call 911, do not hang up until you indicate that it was an accident.
If you fail to tell them that it was a mistake, then they will send a police unit out to check and make sure somebody's not being harmed or injured at that particular location.
A tornado or severe thunderstorm warning means that severe weather is imminent or that a tornado has actually been sighted. If this occurs, the tornado siren located west of the field house will sound and can be heard throughout campus. If you hear the tornado siren, it is important that you do not panic. GVSU has designated a safety contact person for every building on campus, and she or he will direct you to the assigned safe area. The safest area is the center of the building, as close to the basement or ground floor as possible, and away from all windows or glass enclosed areas. All emergency procedures can be found on the Department of Public Safety website at www.gvsu.edu/publicsafety. Occasionally, Grand Valley will close due to inclement weather, mostly during the winter months. You will always find school closing information on the GVSU homepage at www.gvsu.edu. Most area television networks will also scroll up-to-date school closings and also post them on their website. The best way to avoid safety issues is to be prepared and use the following prevention tips. Lock your doors. Register your valuables. Make a list of the serial numbers on your valuables and avoid walking alone at night. Cover your drink at parties. Tell a friend where you are going and use common sense.
80 to 90% of personal defense classes or risk mitigation involves avoidance. And if you can avoid it before it happens, you've solved the problem right there.
Grand Valley Public Safety is available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The phone number is 616-331-3255.
Now that you've gained understanding of U.S. laws and regulations, hopefully you will not have any trouble during your stay here.